Welcome to my channel. Before you do anything else, I want you to make one promise to yourself. Don't skip this video, because the next few minutes may completely change the way you think about your life. Imagine discovering that the biggest obstacle standing between you and the future you've always dreamed of isn't bad luck, a lack of money, or other people's opinions. Imagine realizing that the only thing holding you back is a single habit you've repeated every day without even noticing it. Stay with me until the very end, because today's journey is not just another motivational story. It is a wake-up call that has the power to transform the way you face fear, failure, success, and every challenge life places in your path. By the end of this story, you may never look at your problems the same way again. Every great transformation begins with one powerful decision. Not the decision to become rich overnight, not the decision to become famous, but the decision to become stronger than the person you were yesterday. Most people spend their lives waiting for the perfect opportunity, believing that one lucky moment will change everything. They tell themselves they will start tomorrow, next week, or next year. They wait until they feel confident, until life becomes easier, or until someone finally believes in them. But tomorrow turns into months. Months become years, and before they realize it, they have spent their lives waiting instead of living. The truth is that successful people are not those who never feel afraid. They are the people who refuse to let fear make their decisions. Every champion, every leader, every person who has achieved something extraordinary once stood exactly where you are today. They doubted themselves, they questioned their abilities, they made mistakes, failed, and faced criticism. The difference is that they never allowed those moments to become the end of their story. They understood that failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey toward success. Imagine climbing a mountain. The higher you climb, the more difficult the path becomes. The air grows thinner, the rocks become steeper, and every step demands more effort than the last. Many people turn around because they believe the struggle means they are not meant to reach the top. But those who continue eventually discover that the view from the summit makes every difficult step worthwhile. Life works in exactly the same way. Every challenge is preparing you for a greater version of yourself. Every setback is teaching you something that comfort never could. Every obstacle is an invitation to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Instead of asking why life is difficult, begin asking what life is trying to teach you. That simple question has the power to transform frustration into determination and fear into confidence. Remember that your thoughts shape your actions shape your habits, and your habits shape your future. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not good enough, your mind will search for evidence to prove that belief true. But if you choose to believe that every day is another opportunity to improve, your mind begins searching for possibilities instead of excuses. This is how lasting confidence is built, not through perfect circumstances, but through repeated acts of courage. Start celebrating progress instead of perfection. One small improvement every day may seem insignificant, but over time, those small improvements create extraordinary results. A single positive decision today can become a life-changing habit tomorrow. A single act of courage can become the beginning of a completely different future. Protect your dreams from negativity, guard your mindset against doubt, and never underestimate the power of consistent effort. The world may try to convince you that your goals are impossible, but remember that every great achievement once seemed impossible until someone refused to give up. Today is your opportunity to become that person. Take the first step with confidence, embrace every lesson along the way, and remind yourself that the life you dream about is built one courageous decision at a time. This is not the end of your story. It is only the beginning of the greatest chapter you have yet to write. The moment you choose to continue instead of giving up, something extraordinary begins to happen inside you. The circumstances around you may remain the same, but the person facing those circumstances is no longer the same. That is how real transformation begins. It starts quietly, deep within your mind, long before the world notices any visible change. Most people expect success to arrive with dramatic moments, but lasting success is built through countless ordinary decisions that nobody applauds. Every morning you choose discipline over excuses. Every evening you choose learning over wasting time. And every setback you refuse to let define you becomes another brick in the foundation of your future. Imagine a river flowing through solid rock. At first glance, the rock appears impossible to change. But year after year, the river keeps flowing with patience and consistency until it carves a path through the mountain. The river does not succeed because it is stronger than the rock. It succeeds because it refuses to stop moving. Your determination works the same way. You do not need to be the smartest person in the room or the most talented individual in the world. You simply need the courage to keep moving when others decide to quit. Every challenge you overcome teaches your mind that you are stronger than your fears. Every failure you learn from becomes a lesson that success could never teach. Too many people misunderstand failure. They see it as proof that they are not capable, when in reality it is evidence that they are trying. Think about a child learning to walk. No one expects that child to stand up perfectly on the first attempt. Falling is accepted as part of learning. Yet as adults, many people expect themselves to succeed immediately, and when they stumble once or twice, they convince themselves they are not meant to achieve their dreams. Do not make that mistake. Growth has never been a straight path. It is filled with unexpected turns, difficult moments, and valuable lessons that shape your character. Every scar you carry can become a reminder that you survived something difficult and became stronger because of it. Another powerful lesson is learning to stop seeking approval from everyone around you. The moment you depend on other people's opinions for your confidence, you hand them control over your happiness. Some people will support your dreams, while others will question them. Some will celebrate your success, while others will criticize it. If you change your direction every time someone doubts you, you will never discover your true potential. Instead, let your actions become your answer. Continue improving in silence and allow your results to speak louder than your explanations. There is incredible strength in quiet consistency. While others spend their energy talking about what they hope to achieve, you can spend yours taking one meaningful step after another. Those small steps may seem invisible today, but over time, they create remarkable progress. Remember that every sunrise is another opportunity to begin again with greater wisdom than yesterday. Never carry the weight of yesterday's mistakes into today's opportunities. Learn from them, then move forward with confidence. Forgive yourself for the moments when you are not your best, because self-forgiveness creates room for growth. At the same time, remain humble enough to keep learning. No matter how much success you achieve, there will always be another lesson waiting to make you wiser. Stay curious, stay teachable, stay grateful. Gratitude is one of the greatest sources of strength because it reminds you of how far you have already come instead of focusing only on how far you still have to go. Celebrate every small victory because each one proves that progress is possible. As your confidence grows, you will notice that your biggest competition is no longer other people. Your greatest challenge becomes improving the person you were yesterday. That is the competition that truly matters. Every day, ask yourself one simple question. How can I become 1% better today? The answer may be learning a new skill, reading a few pages of a good book, helping someone in need, exercising your body, strengthening your mind, or simply choosing patience during a difficult conversation. Those simple actions may appear ordinary, but repeated over months and years, they create an extraordinary life. Never underestimate the power of persistence because dreams are not achieved in one giant leap. They are achieved through thousands of small, courageous steps taken with faith, determination, and the unwavering belief that your best chapter is still waiting to be written. As your journey moves forward, you will eventually realize that the greatest victories in life are not always visible to the world. Sometimes the most important victory is waking up with hope after a difficult season. Sometimes it is choosing kindness when anger feels easier, standing up after another failure, or believing in yourself when nobody else does. These quiet victories rarely receive applause, yet they are the moments that shape extraordinary people. Every successful person you admire has experienced moments when nothing seemed to be working. They questioned their decisions, faced rejection, and wondered whether their dreams were worth the struggle. What separated them from everyone else was not talent alone, but the determination to keep going when progress was invisible. Imagine a seed buried beneath the soil. For weeks, it appears as though nothing is happening. The world sees only dirt, but beneath the surface, the roots are growing stronger every single day. Your life often follows the same pattern. During seasons when you feel like nothing is changing, your character is quietly developing. Your patience is becoming deeper, your wisdom is becoming greater, and your resilience is becoming stronger. Never mistake slow progress for failure. Growth often happens in silence before it becomes visible to everyone else. There will be people who misunderstand your vision because they cannot see what you see. Some may laugh at your goals, question your decisions, or tell you to lower your expectations. Listen respectfully, but never allow someone else's limited perspective to define your future. Every remarkable achievement in history began as an idea that many people considered impossible. If those dreamers had listened only to doubt, the world would have been deprived of countless innovations, discoveries, and inspiring stories. Believe in your purpose even when the path feels uncertain. Faith is not pretending that challenges do not exist. Faith is continuing to move forward despite those challenges. Another lesson that changes everything is learning the value of consistency. Motivation is powerful, but it comes and goes. Discipline is what carries you forward when excitement fades. There will be mornings when you do not feel inspired, evenings when you feel exhausted, and days when the results seem too small to matter. Those are the moments that build your future. Continue showing up, continue learning, continue improving. Every page you read, every skill you practice, every healthy decision you make, and every positive habit you repeat becomes another investment in the life you are creating. Never underestimate the impact of small actions performed consistently over time. A single drop of water seems insignificant, yet countless drops can shape a mountain. Your daily habits work exactly the same way. They quietly determine where you will stand years from now. Remember also that success without gratitude feels empty. No matter how far you travel, always appreciate the people who encouraged you, the lessons hidden inside your failures, and the opportunities that helped you grow. Gratitude transforms ordinary moments into meaningful memories and reminds you that every step of the journey has value. Protect your peace by refusing to carry unnecessary resentment. Forgive those who hurt you, not because they always deserve it, but because you deserve the freedom that comes from letting go. Holding on to anger only steals today's happiness while changing nothing about yesterday. Choose peace over bitterness, growth over regret, and wisdom over revenge. As you become stronger, do not forget to lift others along the way. Encourage someone who feels discouraged. Share hope with someone who feels lost. Offer kindness without expecting anything in return. True greatness is measured not only by what you achieve, but also by the positive impact you leave on the lives of others. One encouraging word can restore someone's confidence. One act of kindness can change the direction of another person's life. Never underestimate the influence you carry. As you continue this journey, remember that every sunrise is another invitation to begin again. Leave behind yesterday's doubts and step into today with courage. Believe in the person you are becoming, trust the process even when you cannot see the destination clearly, and never stop moving toward the future that calls your name. The road may not always be easy, but every step you take with determination brings you closer to becoming the strongest, wisest, and most confident version of yourself, and that version is already waiting just beyond the challenges you choose to overcome today. As we reach the final part of this journey, I want you to stop for just a moment and think about the person you were when this story began. You may have arrived carrying fear, uncertainty, disappointment, or questions about your future. But if you have listened with an open mind, you now understand something that many people never discover throughout their entire lives. The greatest battle you will ever fight is not against the world, but against the doubts within yourself. Every challenge that stands before you is not there to stop your progress. It is there to reveal your strength. Every setback that once made you question your ability is actually preparing you for responsibilities that only a stronger version of you can handle. Life has never promised an easy road, but it has always rewarded those who continue walking with courage even when they cannot see the destination. Never forget that mountains are climbed one step at a time, not in one giant leap. In the same way, your dreams are achieved through daily discipline, unwavering faith, and the decision to keep moving forward when everything inside you whispers that it would be easier to quit. There will always be people who doubt your vision because they cannot see what you see. Some will laugh at your ambitions. Others will criticize your choices. A few may even hope that you fail. Do not allow their opinions to become the limits of your future. The strongest people are not those who silence every critic. They are the ones who remain focused on their purpose while the noise continues around them. Let your success become your response. Let your character become your greatest statement. Every morning you wake up with another opportunity to become stronger than yesterday. Every mistake becomes another lesson. Every disappointment becomes another source of wisdom. Every obstacle becomes another chance to prove that your determination is greater than your fear. Never underestimate the incredible power of consistency. One positive habit repeated every day can completely transform your life. Reading a few pages, learning one new skill, exercising your body, strengthening your mind, speaking with kindness, showing gratitude, and refusing to surrender during difficult moments may appear small on their own, but together they create extraordinary results over time. Greatness is not built in one dramatic moment. It is built through thousands of ordinary decisions made with extraordinary commitment. Always remember that comparison is the thief of peace. Your journey was never meant to look exactly like anyone else's. Some people reach their goals quickly, while others take longer, but the timing does not determine the value of the destination. Focus on your own progress. Celebrate every improvement, no matter how small it seems. Every step forward proves that you are becoming someone stronger, wiser, and more capable than you were before. Gratitude will also become one of your greatest strengths. Appreciate how far you have already come instead of constantly worrying about how far you still have to go. The lessons hidden inside your struggles are preparing you for victories that comfort alone could never produce. Even on difficult days, choose hope over despair, courage over fear, and faith over doubt. Those choices shape your future far more than temporary emotions ever will. As you continue your journey, never forget to encourage others. The world already has enough negativity. Become the person who inspires confidence, spreads kindness, and reminds others that their dreams are still possible. Sometimes one encouraging conversation can completely change another person's life. Your words have power, your actions have influence, and your example can inspire people you may never even meet. That is why true success is measured not only by what you achieve, but also by the lives you positively impact along the way. Finally, understand that your story is still being written. No failure has the authority to write your ending unless you give it permission. No obstacle has the power to destroy your future unless you stop believing in yourself. Every sunrise is another invitation to begin again with greater wisdom, stronger faith, and deeper determination. Walk into tomorrow knowing that you are capable of far more than fear has ever allowed you to believe. Trust your journey, embrace every lesson, and continue moving forward with confidence because the person you dream of becoming is created one decision, one habit, one challenge, and one courageous step at a time. Thank you for staying with me until the very end. If this story inspired you, remember that the greatest investment you will ever make is in your own character, your own mindset, and your own growth. Keep believing, keep learning, keep rising after every fall, and never stop chasing the life you know you are capable of creating, because your greatest chapter has not ended here. It is only just beginning.